There we go. All right, we're fired up. So today, obviously, we know that I had a rough weekend. It was a disappointing game in Ann Arbor. So whenever I've been in a tough situation, there's absolutely nothing better than a good dessert. And when I think about training camp, when I was in training camp in Ann Arbor, this is something that my mom used to make for me. She'd drop it off, at the dorm room, and every once in a while she'd bring one over, because I only lived, my parents only lived about 45 minutes from from Ann Arbor, so they could stop by every once in a while. And this is called, I'm calling it the Brick. It's a 7-layer bar, but and most people make them much smaller than I do, but I got to make them how I see fit. And right there, that is all sorts of goodness. And I tell you what, if you've had a rough weekend, if your team took a loss, you make one of these and you sit down with, so in these, I melt some butter in the bottom of a pan, and then I crumble up some graham crackers, and I pour it on top of that. Then you put down some coconut, a can of condensed milk, and then a layer of chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, another layer of coconut, butterscotch, and chocolate chips, and then another thing of condensed milk. And then if you're going to have something that's this rich, you got to have a big glass of milk to go with it. And nothing makes me feel better than drinking out of my stadium cup, my Michigan Stadium cup. And I tell you what, obviously, is there any other kind? I mean, you might as well drink water if you're not going to drink whole milk. No, there are not. Yeah, well, there is. There's heavy cream, there's whipped cream, and obviously condensed milk. So this is a great way to make yourself feel better. It's rather hefty. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Yeah, and I tell you what, by the time you finish a brick, if you're not feeling well because your team lost, you will match that feeling with an upset stomach, because this is as heavy as can be. But yeah, No, you. There's a different way to deal with those feelings. You go to the pub, and and you go that route. But because the game got over at midnight, and then I got to do all my post game stuff. By the time I get out of the stadium, unfortunately, the pub is usually closed. But oh yeah. That's tough. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I tell you what, though, I know that there's a couple other guests that we have on the show, and Wayno is one of them. He's concerned about my arteries, and so I'm taking the week off of bacon. And if you're going to take the week off of bacon, you might as well go with dessert, and because this is more, I guess, more heart healthy. You know, chocolate's good for. No, I didn't say I'm not eating bacon for a week. God, now you're going to make me choke on this. I didn't eat bacon today for this meal. Doesn't mean I don't. It doesn't mean I. There's still like 3 or 4 other meals that you've got to, you've got to try and fill. So there's always bacon a part of it. No, so here's how it goes. Whenever I make something, I make two different servings. One that the kids get, and then one that I get. Because I want to be able to share with them, but I don't want them to steal all my good stuff. So you got to make enough. Ha! Yeah, you know what? It's amazing. Yeah, come here, bud. He naps for an hour and 45 minutes. And then I think as soon as he knows that I'm going on, all of a sudden, he shows up. Imagine that. And, he likes to lick, because I always wipe my hands off on my jeans here, so he's down there licking a little bit and trying to make sure that he gets a little bit of a snack. But hopefully he doesn't disconnect us this week like he did last week. Yeah. No. I wonder if he can catch. We'll see if he can catch. No, he's not, but yeah, let's see if he can catch. Here you go, bud. Oh, it's dropped right between the eyes. So the answer to that question is no. Yeah, he's destined for the O-line. Yeah, play defense. Sounds good, man. I'm looking forward to it. Bloomington's one of my favorite towns, so hopefully we'll come away with a win and we'll be in a better mood next week. For a Wayno, yeah.